Okay, the Finland president Alex Top is ready to pardon Simon Ekpa. He said what? He said the US government are finally addressing this insecurity currently ravaging Nigeria, and at the same time, the Fulani militias have been declared terrorists by the US government. And we know that Simon Ekpa has been fighting these Fulani militias. He has been wanting to defend his people, and Alex Top knows that Simon Ekpa has done nothing wrong. What is your take as regards Alex Top pardoning Simon Ekpa?
Thank you for joining us on this platform where we discuss the self-acclaimed Biafran government in exile, which has also been recognized by several international communities. But given that position, Mazi Simon Ekpa, a Biafran Finnish citizen, has finally gotten the attention of the president of Finland, Alexander Stubb, to take a drastic position that will shake Asurok and all those people who manipulated in one way or the other to petition to carry out, series of allegations that were not true. Now, the truth is coming out on daily basis. I think to an extent, what baffles Alexander Stubb is the official acknowledgement written to the deputy prime minister of Biafran government in exile, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. It has not finished though. They are coming. Now, that has actually changed the entire position of the Finnish government on the illegal pronouncement of judgment and conviction of Mazi Simon Ekpa, even though it is still in contention. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not yet a convict. And that is the truth. Now that has become very clear. Let us even look at what the international law says about convicting an international alleged suspect. It has several mechanisms depending on which treaty based the country have or shared with any other nations or any other organizations like the United Nations. But basically, the international law supersedes every law, both locally, irrespective of whether your country is in the East Africa or anywhere in the world. So, and given the position of the United States of America, and these are the things, that makes Mazi Simon Ekpa very outstanding, that the Finnish government are actually having a deeper rethink, that, how come they didn't see this coming, or they're out of shame and pretense, they now want to, officially write Asurok that, we don't think that this thing will continue. But before then, these revelations begin to come. We discovered that, that a pre-leave of appeal has been given to Simon Ekpa. When the Finnish judges now sat to determine what Simon Ekpa's lawyer was saying, whether the case is actually qualified for appeal based on Finnish government law. And that is what happened. Now, after going through everything, they now agreed that this is a case that is qualified for appeal. And possibly on April, Mazi Simon Ekpa, even before that time, that's what we are talking about, international law. Now, where the Finland President Alexander Stubb has hinted that he is granting Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is a Biafran citizen in Finland, a pardon, a state pardon, not based on the law of Finland and based on what the international law says, based on treaties Finland has entered with other countries around the world. Then, talking about the domestic law of the Finnish government, it guarantees, a pardon for illegal conviction of any victim within Finland. And that is what it stands for, But another pressure that is coming, people doesn't know why the United States of America actually acknowledge, the deputy prime minister of Biafran government in exile, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, acknowledged and responded that all his concern has been noted. I think, that was what ignited, another direction to Mazi Simon Ekpa's, illegal conviction. I call it illegal conviction in Finland. So and that few days after, the United government now declared Mighty Allah a terrorist organization. That they are already, not only that, we saw numbers of Nigerian northern and southern politicians who are involved in sponsorship of terrorism against Christians in Nigeria. And that is what Mazi Simon Ekpa stood against, was fighting for. Can you see it now? That the game, that's why they call him the game changer. See, when you stand on the side of the truth, when you stand on the side of reality, when you stand on the side of legality, there's no amount of darkness that can bring out, that can shut down lights. Simon Ekpa and the Finland government now has gotten to that point of they have to, look at themselves face to face and tell themselves now the truth. And on the courtesy with the revelation that is going around the world, with consistent public, sitting within the Congress and US lawmakers deliberating Nigeria as a country of particular concern. That one alone, because in all these allegations that was manipulated, championed by the federal government against Simon Ekpa in Finland, all of them has been brought to totally useless by the position. And to further push proper, we are hearing that the international community is about to set a committee to investigate the process that led to that conviction, which will definitely affect Alexander Stubbs' government. It is not a small matter. It's not everything that we put in the public space, of what is actually, going or playing underground. But just to give you a clue and something for you to have an idea that they can no longer sustain the push, not even to talk of extradition, the push to win Simon Ekpa in that case in Finland. We are hearing that before it gets to April, where the court will officially entertain Simon Ekpa's appeal, that Alexander Stubbs had decided, based on Finnish law and the international law, that guarantees several mechanisms to pardon any convict, will stand on that law and pardon and release Simon Ekpa for further agitation. The agitation for Biafra continues. Now that we have seen it, Alexander Stubbs is even ashamed to call Asu Rock and ask Asu Rock so many questions. What is actually happening in Nigeria? Why on daily basis we are seeing, killings going on? And that is what Simon Ekpa stood for. We are seeing, see, let me tell you, people should understand the difference between genocide and jihad. There's no difference. Genocide means jihad. And Nigeria has been in this underground tunnel for 220 years plan. It has gotten to a point now that it has become, a global issue. So when this agitation started, a lot of people, including the Yorubas and the Hausas, and most of them does not believe what is actually going on. Most of them do not believe that they are being hard. The lives of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the lives of Simon Ekpa, we are being hard by the international community. The reawakening to get the attention of what is happening, it was as a result of these voices alerting the world, of what what is happening, the jihad that is happening in the world. So now that exposure are gradually coming, very funny enough, the US seems to be very extremely diplomatic about what they are doing, and you can see, that they are showing the world, US is showing the world, they are highly sophisticated, a democratic nation. You can see the congressmen and the US lawmakers on daily basis meeting, discussing what is happening in Nigeria. And I believe that Alexander Stubb and his government are watching, and they should now be using their tongue to count their teeth. All the manipulation and corruption that led, to the incarceration of Simon Ekpa will be revisited. And already, I can tell you that a lot of civil society organizations, United Nations human rights advocacy, are already in Finland. That's what it means.
Okay, but a lot of people are saying, could this not be one of the reasons why the president is about to frame? Because a lot of people are suspecting the Wasila project, that's the project currently taking place in Lagos Island, the solar power project, that this company might be for, Alex Top. And at the same time, the US lawmakers are wanting to investigate that project. And at the same time, do you not think that's why the president is scared that the US government might finally indict him as regards corruption?
Oh, of course, that's what I told you, that the Finnish government is now under serious surveillance by the international community. For what happened in Venezuela will happen to all of them. There's no two ways about it. It is coming, and we can see it very clearly. It is closer to Asurok. I can tell you, the FBI and the Drug Enforcement Agency of United States of America is about to release the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's case file. That's on the other side. Now we can see at the revelation now, Kwankwaso was actually mentioned. A lot of, so you can see now. I think at this point it's now, they need to act fast before their news will actually come to the public, because they underrated the Biafran government in exile. Unfortunately, they have seen it that they actually mean business, and it is not a small picking something. But I can tell you that since ever Trump came into power, he has not officially written to any person apart from Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, and he said it very clearly in that letter. Everything that was stated in that letter, though Trump did not disclose it, but he said your concerns have been taken into consideration. What is he going to? What actually Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is going to put in that letter, apart from what we are talking about today? Of course, what happened to Simon Ekpa was clearly pure injustice, manipulated under treaties of deals that we are hearing. Oil deal were involved. A lot of contract was issued to make sure that Simon Ekpa, goes to jail. I can see. So now the whole thing is beginning to be reviewed, and with the international community and world leaders now thoroughly focusing on Nigeria, I think the best option, because I can tell you that the same thing you are hearing there is what is actually going to happen to Nigeria about Mazin Namdekano at the end of the day. And I can tell you that there's no two ways about it. Now we are seeing now that the global community is going to bring the law into play. One, self-determination is not a crime. It is an act that is backed up by the United Nations Charter for the indigenous people of any state.
But what it made Simon Ekpa appeal the comment. But with Donald Trump and the US government finally writing to Dr. Ngozi, what does this bode for Simon Ekpa's final freedom?
It tells you, that it's not about $9 billion lobbying, $9 million. US government. You see, the America set a very beautiful, deadly trap on Nigerian government. Where including Nihuri Badu, they all jumped into it, believing that they have. Go and listen to African Confidential that published the lobbyist scandal, that made Rebi Tinubu to jump from Nigeria to America. Unfortunately, but a lot of people did not know that Donald Trump did not actually recognize him. Maybe he was wearing, covering his face with a Muslim veil, because at the time Donald Trump was looking like this. But Donald Trump doesn't know her name, and I can tell you that. So it gives you a clear code that the lobbyist firm DCI that the federal government were actually using to lobby United States of America to downplay the issue of genocide and also cover up over the declaration and recognition of sovereign state of Biafra as a nation has actually backfired. So the impact of that letter is clearly that States government recognizes what is happening in Nigeria currently now. And of course, we know that at that level now, Ngozi, Orabueze, and other people who are working, it's not only the global world, everybody, diplomats, advisors, past Secretary of State. You can imagine the number of senators, US senators serving and past who are involved in this Biafran struggle, especially on the issue of Simon Ekpa. I think it has gotten to the level that that was why you saw the impact of that letter is the reason why the Finnish government is about to take a position on Simon Ekpa by using their own law. That's what the law says, because international law has several mechanisms of granting any victim pardon. And secondly, they can also use their own domestic law based on treaties of the European Union, because I believe that Finland is in Europe, based on the European Union, now to say, I stand on this and I grant this man freedom. And with compensation, we are hearing that Finnish government is about to pay close to 500 million pounds as compensation, first step compensation to Simon Ekpa at the end of the day, if that decision is reported to be have allegedly, taken by Alexander Stubb, the Finland president.
Thank you.